Detective Ramirez was a seasoned officer, accustomed to the grim realities of his profession. Yet, even he couldn't escape the tendrils of the supernatural that wound their way into the heart of the police station itself, giving birth to the chilling tale of the haunted interrogation room. It was a stormy night, rain pelting against the windows of the precinct like an ominous drumbeat. Ramirez sat at his desk, sifting through case files, when a call came in about a high-profile suspect who had been apprehended. The suspect was a notorious criminal with a trail of violence and darkness in their wake. As Ramirez led the suspect into the dimly lit interrogation room, an unsettling chill seemed to settle in the air. The room's one-way mirror reflected the flickering fluorescent lights, casting eerie shadows that danced like ghosts along the walls. Ramirez's instincts told him that there was something different about this particular room. The interrogation began as usual, with Ramirez questioning the suspect about their involvement in the recent string of robberies. But as the minutes ticked by, the atmosphere grew increasingly tense. The suspect's gaze fixated on a corner of the room, their expression shifting from defiance to pure terror. Ramirez followed the suspect's gaze, expecting to find some sort of hidden camera or microphone. Instead, he was met with a sight that defied explanation. Strange symbols began to appear on the walls, glowing with an otherworldly light. The air grew cold, and Ramirez felt a shiver crawl up his spine. A voice, soft and haunting, filled the room, speaking in a language Ramirez couldn't comprehend. The suspect's eyes widened in fear as the symbols seemed to writhe and twist, forming into words that etched themselves into the very walls. Ramirez's heart pounded as the voice seemed to recite the darkest secrets of the suspect's past, secrets that had never been uttered aloud. As the voice reached a crescendo, the room's temperature plummeted, and Ramirez's breath misted in the frigid air. The suspect's resolve crumbled, and they confessed to their crimes in a voice that was no longer their own. Ramirez watched in awe and terror as the symbols on the walls slowly faded away, leaving behind an oppressive silence. When the ordeal finally ended, Ramirez stumbled out of the interrogation room, his mind reeling from what he had witnessed. He found himself haunted by the experience, unable to shake the feeling that the room itself had been a vessel for something beyond the realm of the living. In the days that followed, Ramirez delved into the history of the police station, uncovering a long-forgotten tale of an officer who had been driven to madness after conducting a particularly harrowing interrogation. The room had been the site of that officer's descent into darkness, and the symbols that had appeared were eerily similar to those found in ancient texts about the occult. The haunted interrogation room became a whispered legend among the officers, a story told in hushed tones on late nights. Ramirez's own account served as a chilling testament to the thin boundary between the material world and the unknown forces that lurked beyond. And so, the room remained a place of unease, a reminder that the echoes of the past and the supernatural could intertwine in the most unexpected of ways. Detective Ramirez's encounter with the haunted room was a testament to the fact that even in the heart of law enforcement, some mysteries were best left untouched, lest they unravel the fabric of reality itself. Officer Emily had always been eager to prove herself as a capable and fearless member of the police force. Her opportunity arrived one fateful night when she was assigned her first solo night shift at the abandoned Crescent Hills Asylum. The moon hung low in the sky, casting eerie shadows that danced across the crumbling walls of the once grand institution. As Emily stepped through the asylum's rusted gates, a shiver crawled down her spine. The air was heavy with a chilling silence, broken only by the distant howling of a lone wolf. The dim beam of her flashlight swept across the courtyard, revealing overgrown bushes and shattered windows that seemed to stare back like hollow eyes. Steeling herself, Emily made her way into the heart of the asylum. The hallway stretched out before her like a forgotten labyrinth. Flickering fluorescent lights cast irregular patterns on the walls, creating a disorienting atmosphere. She could feel the weight of the building's history pressing down on her, as if the walls themselves held the memories of the tormented souls who once dwelled within. As Emily ventured deeper into the asylum, the whispers began. Soft, indistinct murmurs that seemed to emanate from the very walls she walked past. She strained to make out the words, but they remained just beyond her grasp, like elusive specters. Her heart pounded, and a cold sweat broke out on her brow. She continued down the corridor until she reached a door that appeared to be slightly ajar. The light from her flashlight revealed a small room beyond, the walls covered in faded wallpaper peeling away like old scars. Emily hesitated, her instincts warning her to turn back, but her determination propelled her forward. Entering the room, Emily's flashlight flickered and dimmed, casting the space into near darkness. In the feeble light, she could see an old wooden desk against one wall and a solitary chair beside it. But what caught her attention was a single framed photograph resting on the desk. The photo depicted a group of patients and staff from the asylum's earlier days, their faces worn with sorrow. As Emily approached the desk, a sudden gust of wind blew through the room, extinguishing her flashlight completely. The room plunged into darkness, and the whispers grew louder, forming into faint, ethereal voices that seemed to echo from every corner. Fear clawed at Emily's throat as she fumbled for her flashlight, her heart racing like a drumbeat. With trembling hands, she managed to relight the flashlight, and its beam revealed something that made her blood run cold. The photograph on the desk had changed. The once sorrowful faces now wore expressions of agony, their eyes black voids that seemed to pierce through the very fabric of reality. A voice, clear and resonant, filled the room. "Release us!" it pleaded, the words vibrating in Emily's chest. She stumbled backward, her mind reeling from the impossible reality before her. Summoning all her courage, Emily fled the room, the echoes of those tortured whispers haunting her every step. She burst out of the asylum, gasping for breath, her heart pounding in her ears. As the first light of dawn painted the sky, Emily realized that some mysteries were best left undisturbed, and that the thin boundary between the living and the beyond was a line she had unwittingly crossed. And so, the tale of Officer Emily's night at the Crescent Hills Asylum became a legend among the officers, a cautionary tale whispered around the precinct on late nights. The walls of the asylum still stand, a silent witness to the events that unfolded within. And to this day, the echoes of those whispered pleas continue to linger, a chilling reminder that some secrets are never meant to be uncovered. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for being part of this incredible journey. Remember, if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the perfect time to become an official member of this channel. Just click that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out. If you haven't already, smash that like button to show your support and let us know you're enjoying the content.